We back in the closet?
Oh. Why are you hogging the mic?
Because you're loud.
I am. I was listening back to one of our podcasts, well, the last one we did with Michael and Jordan today, as I do often listen back, and I am loud. Me and Michael are really loud. We should probably back up a little bit when we podcast together.
Back it up.
Because we have the same kind of, what is it called? Is it verbata or is it?
I don't know.
Well, we're loud. It's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
you're loud.
Anyway, we've got to be back on track this week because last week we did not do enough podcasting because it was a stupid week. But we're back. It felt good today. It was a Monday, but I have a whole new outlook on everything, and this is probably the best day that I've had in a long time.
Really?
Yeah. My shit's got some bop in it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. It seemed like a really good day.
Yeah, it was.
And the great thing about that is you're the type of person that you're not an up and down person.
No, I'm usually pretty up.
Well, that's what I mean. You got it together. Like you figured it out. Last week you were down, but you were down till you figured it out.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, now usually when you're up and ready to roll, and you've figured out why or what the deal was,
right? And
you've corrected it, and you're ready to move forward with positivity. You're usually on a run. You go on a run for a long time before you hit a low again.
I think everybody gets into a, yes, you're right. Most of the time I am up. I'm positive. I try to be motivating. I try to be encouraging, and that's all true. I mean, I have a day here and there, but sometimes you get in a slump or you get in a, you lose your mojo, you lose your creativity, you lose your whatever you want to call it, because you get so distracted by outside influences, whatever they may be.
Right.
Right. It might be you're worrying too much about something. It might be just whatever. You get into your distractions. You sent a video today of somebody saying,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was something to that effect. Here, let me just play it. How about that?
Yeah, play it.
This is what you sent me today, and it's true. And it's basically talking about feeding your focus and starving your distractions is basically what the gist of it is. But here.
Let me tell you a little life hack, okay? If I knew this life hack when I was your age, I'd be so far ahead in life. Okay, I love drinking these things. Bang Energy, Monster, all that junk. I know I shouldn't, but here's the thing. They're in my house, and if they're in the house, I'll drink them. If I didn't have these in the house, discipline through subtraction would happen. What that means is if you subtract temptations and destroy distractions from your life, then you will make the right choices, all right? Remember that every single day for the rest of your life. Destroy your distractions.
So basically, feed your focus, starve your distractions is basically what it's saying. Feed your focus.
Feed your focus, starve your distractions. I love it.
I do too. And so I was not doing that. I was kind of feeding my distractions, and I was so unfocused. I was barely making it through for a few weeks.
And I found it last week.
Sorry. Right?
I found it last week, and I was going to send it to you, and then I thought, no, she's in like a funk to where maybe I'll just show it to her where I'm in front of her. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to. I had that feeling like this is something right now with the way she feels that it's not going to click, and she's just going to push it down.
Right.
You might say, "Oh, that's cool," or "Yeah, that's true," but
you
wouldn't embrace it.
I wasn't ready to refocus. I don't think, and then something hit me, and I got intrinsically motivated again, and things changed, and it was good, and I feel like I'm back. I was off my social media game. I missed, probably 3 or 4 workouts last week, which is unheard of for me. I usually only take one day off for me.
I'm not used to you missing workouts,
sometimes
which contributes to your mood.
Sometimes 2. I might miss 2 in a week, but very rarely do I miss 2. Usually just 1. I think I missed 4. And there was even once that I showed up at the gym, I started a set, and I had to leave. I mean, it was so bad. Last week was so bad. So, all that being said, I'm back on track today. And even though it was Monday, and even though it was kind of dreary and gloomy, I just had pep in my step today, and it was good. And I liked it, and I like being back, and I got my nails done today, and they're beautiful. Do you like them?
I love them.
Y'all
I love
should
the
see
iridescent
my
look.
nails.
It looks like
is it iridescent? Is that what it's called?
yes, like purple, greenish, like it, depending on which angle you're looking at them
As
from.
you move my hands, it looks like maybe they're green. Nope, maybe they're purple. I tricked you again. They're a little bit blue.
Yeah.
And then
Very
she did like
interesting.
this, like kind of a little bit kind of a peacock design on my ring finger. Haley is amazing at doing
Haley's
nails.
rocking it.
And I really enjoy getting my nails done there because I understand everything she says to me.
It's always a plus.
Because she's American. Not that there's anything wrong with the Asian places, but as we said before, I don't know what they're saying.
Question.
What?
Not about nails, but
Okay.
going back to the eliminate your distractions, temptations,
Yeah.
but not only that, but having a bad week and what drug you down. You know what I mean? Getting distracted, those type of things.
Right?
I wonder, maybe people are thinking, what in the future, what do you do to avoid those? Do you just continue to distract them, keep them out of your life? Like, or are you, with your situation or whatever it was last week, which I know, but I mean, is that something that, like you said, you're back, you're on track,
Right.
but something derail you?
Did something derail me? Could something derail me?
Or is there a place in your life where you go,
Right now, I feel like that I couldn't be derailed very easily because I'm so sharp. I'm so on it. But I always, like in the in my profession, I always tell people you need to keep your. Everybody has weaknesses and strengths. Work on your strengths, but you got to really keep your weaknesses close to you, and you got to be cognizant of your weaknesses. If there's something that you know will trip you up, you got to keep that close and not focus on it. But always stay ahead of the game. Always stay prepared. So if it's a time issue, if it's a kid issue, you always got to stay on top of it and prepare in advance. So I say all that to say, what tripped me up, I have to keep in the forefront of my mind and keep the defense up so that will not happen. If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense at all. I'm kind
right?
of
So you
rambling
can't go into another slump or another, but
well, it could happen, and for whatever reason, but.
going into a slump.
Right. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I answer it no right now because I'm so over it.
Right. Well, this is a different type of situation or type of ongoing, just things that brought you down.
Right.
So I think that you've like addressed them. That's the cool thing with your mind
right.
and with your body and with your actions. So I think that's where you make the decision. Then you say, okay, here's what I got to do to keep. I like that video because it's like now I've got to keep the distraction at anything that's a temptation towards that, whether it be too much alcohol or food or anything.
Right. I mean, it's like with anything. Like he was talking about Monster drinks or Bang energy drinks, whatever. If they're in the house, he's going to drink them. It's kind of the same thing with food. If you're trying to lose weight, lose fat, and you need to stop eating so much Little Debbie cakes.
Oreos.
Don't have the Little Debbie cakes in the house until your willpower is strong enough to not put your hand into the box. The only way you can strengthen your willpower is by practice, too. So, you might have kids that want those Little Debbie cakes and you're okay with them having them. But if you can't keep your hand out of the box, I've always said this before, write a note on the box. Like, think about your weaknesses and prepare how to destroy them before they come up. So put a note on the box and say, not for you, Angie. You can't eat these. Or these are for
right.
Nate. These are not for you. It might not work, but it might be another step that makes you stop and say, read that note and say, I can't eat these, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like thinking ahead of the game, trying to stay on top of what might distract you and what might tempt you.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We all have them. We all have them. We all have multiple ones, but yeah, that just...
Right. I don't know. That's just...
That's good.
That's just my
That's
opinion
good.
on it. So, anyway, it's good to be back on track again. So now I have to get my creativity back. Because, I went for a minute, probably 2 or 3 weeks where I wasn't really doing much social media. I was barely hanging on. And people might be like, well, so what? That's a big part of my job. People depend on, workout videos, motivational videos. That's how I get my clients. that's how I do it. So I have to keep on top of that. I was just there was no real substance to my social media. There was just filler.
Right.
There was no motivational videos. There was no workout videos.
It wasn't
getting ready
you.
to post a video tonight. It wasn't me.
You weren't yourself.
Right.
And it's hard to do that stuff when you're not passionate in yourself and you're not.
When you're down in yourself and you're having an emotional time and you're dealing with some stuff that you don't normally have to deal with, and you've dealt with it once and for all, and it's done and over. It's easier. It'll be easier for me now to get back on track. And
Your creative is going to bounce right back, just like today. Everything else did.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you're able to be you now because.
It's just funny. It's like even music sounded better today. Does that sound weird?
Kind of.
It does sound weird. I know, but like, I feel like when you're in that slump and you're like down and out and you're going through stuff,
Anxious and kind of depressed. You're in a fog.
You're in a fog. Yes. I'm a big music person. I'm almost always listening to music. Life speaks to me through music, I feel like. Experiences, whatever.
Right.
And the past little bit, I've had music on in the car and it's just been like I haven't been hearing it.
It's in the background, kind of.
It's background noise. White noise. But today I turned it on and I was like, okay, yes.
You're feeling emotion.
Yes.
You're feeling a beat. You're feeling like you're like.
Yeah,
I think blood's pumping.
I think I was even dancing. People probably thought it was weird today, but it's just
nice though, man.
It's nice.
It's like you want to make sure you keep that.
Yeah.
All of us do, and it sucks when people are going through, those times, and we all do. It's just part of life. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Where you're just not all the way there anywhere.
Right.
Which, in your world, it requires you to be all the way there in a whole lot of areas.
Yeah.
And it requires that of a lot of people. But
right.
I think it's a good topic. I think that's a good way to start this one off. I don't know where it'll go, but I think people that are having things are distractions. I mean, we have a lot of distractions nowadays. Right. We have our phones, we have the internet, we have all kinds of things that can keep us from accomplishing what we want to accomplish.
Sure. And today I said too, a lot of times you will be in that slump or you'll be distracted or you'll be down and out or lost your mojo. And it's so easy to stay there and like waller in it. Is waller a word? You know what I'm talking about?
I love it. It's one of my favorite words.
No, but you stay there. You just kind of like, oh, poor me. I'm going through this hard time. This is terrible. I just, you know what I mean? And you get stuck there.
Well, that's what makes you what you are now. That's what makes it such a big deal. Because, people are like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, climb out of the hole, get some gumption. Whatever saying they're saying, all those things, when you come out of it and you stand on top of the mountain,
mm-hmm.
You didn't do it just because you wanted to.
Right.
You didn't do it because you felt good. Right? That's everything we've talked about. It doesn't feel good. You might be losing something you don't want to lose. You might have to hurt somebody you don't want to hurt. You might have to, that's the thing, but you might have to say no to me to get to the next step. You might have to say, I don't care if you don't think it's right, Jeff, but this is for me. And you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's like, and that's just a tiny thing. That's not even a hard thing. But the point, I think when you're in that hole and your emotions are so powerful, like
mm-hmm.
when you have anxiety or you have like that, when you're not sleeping very well on top of it. So then you're like, it's even more piled on you. So
yes.
What do I grab a hold of to pull myself up here and feel good again?
Right. The past 2 nights I've slept so good, and the night and it's been weeks that I've not slept. I was having dreams. We're going to do another podcast on some of my dreams that I was having because they're so weird, and we're going to talk about dreams. Dreams, like music, speak to me, and I learn a lot through them. But I hadn't been sleeping, and the past 2 nights I slept so good,
mm-hmm.
and I can feel that. Maybe my eyes will start looking better soon. Probably not.
Your eyes look just fine.
No, they don't. I could see it in my eyes. No, you're crazy. Like, don't just sit there and pacify me. I don't need a pacifier. It's true. It's true. When I'm going through times like this, I carry everything into my face and in my eyes. Like, you'll be able to tell if I'm down, if I'm sad, if I'm mad, or if I'm happy. Just
I can tell
in my eyes.
You can fool everybody in the room, but that's one thing that I've known. Like last week, I can see it. There's certain things, but I've been with you since I was 15.
Right.
30 years, so it's not easy to.
Have we been together 30 years?
Well, I mean, April.
Wow. Wait. Together 30 years.
Sorry, together.
Has it been 30?
I talk about being together more than I talk about being married.
I know. We celebrate. It's really funny because we celebrate our dating anniversary, which is April 23rd. More intently,
1991.
more intensively than we really celebrate our wedding anniversary. I feel like a wedding anniversary is important, but I feel like when you started dating and when your whole story began is a way more important date.
Maybe it's next year.
I know. I think you're wrong.
I think it's next year is 30 years. I think we're at 28 right now, going on 29.
I think you're. I think
we're sitting on 28 if I'm doing the math right.
Well, let me get my calculator up. So it's
2021 would be 1991 to 2021.
So we're going on 29 years.
We're going to hit 29 years.
29 years together, not married.
Together.
Coming up in April. And again, that date to me is more important, especially for when you started dating somebody when you were 15.
We've been married going on 20 years. Is it our 20th anniversary or 21st?
20. What is math is
no,
hard.
23rd, right? 22nd. Yeah, 1998 to 2018. Yeah, we're going on our 22nd anniversary.
Yes. In July, it'll be 22 years.
On Runions in the Closet, the entire podcast, they do math. Very, very poorly.
Well, we've been together a long time. So,
we
were saying you can read my face and read my eyes and know
you can do the same.
when there's something wrong, know when I'm maybe not being 100% honest, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, they lie to each other?
Yeah. It happens.
It does. It happens. And if you say you don't lie to your spouse, you're lying.
You're lying to your spouse. And to me.
Maybe not. There might be some perfect people out there.
But you know what I'd say,
we can overlook the perfect.
You know what I'd say, though? We are ridiculously honest with each other.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, we don't lie to each other.
But at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
We may try to get out of some shit.
Yeah, we might, but at the end of the day, we don't lie to each other because we usually come clean on whatever and talk it through and deal with the shit because we're in this for life anyway. So you got to be honest to really get along.
Well, sure. And just like I tell the kids, it may be bad and it may hurt to tell the truth about something, but man, it's a lot better than lying and finding out the truth later and feeling like you've been betrayed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, that's
with
hard
the kids.
to deal
I'd
with.
much rather them say, "Tell me the truth. You may have some consequences." Okay, you still are going to have some consequences, but those consequences are going to be way less than what you're going to suffer if I find out you lied to me later. So now you have the offense that you did, but then you lied about it too. Oh yeah, that's not going to fly.
That's not going to be good.
That's not cool. Like, respect people enough to tell them the truth, and actually people will respect you more for telling. Just going ahead and telling the truth.
It's very true. Just to take the difficulty.
I just got
situation.
a. Oh gosh, I have an itch right there. I cut my leg shaving and it's scabbed over and now it's itching.
Thanks.
I just got a DM slide. Would you guys like to read it?
Oh my gosh.
Would you like to hear
These
it?
happen all the time.
It's a request DM slide. That means I'm not friends with this guy. And here's how he says. He says, "Hi, it seems we live very close to each other. I would love to chat with you sometime." I mean, that's pretty innocent. But really?
See, you think that's innocent. I don't think that's innocent at all.
No. I don't think it's innocent in that. I'm saying it's not as crazy as some of the other ones I get.
He's not as dumb as most people that just send a D-pic right out of the chute.
Right, that's what
Or
I'm
they
saying.
say, "Damn, you're fine."
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that
Hit
just
me
came
up.
through. I like to read those when they come through to you guys. That was it.
Yeah, that's...
I'll probably chat with them later.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm just kidding.
Have fun.
All right, yeah, so.
What does he think it is? Tinder? Like we're
I don't
close
know.
by?
Let me see where he lives.
Let's meet up.
He's active duty United States Army calisthenic and weight training expert. Die having memories, don't die with just dreams. This is what this guy says.
8 posts.
He has
He's
8
crushing
posts.
it, man. Maybe,
I don't know where he lives, and it doesn't really look like it's... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is near here, but...
who knows? Maybe he's looking for a friend, it looks like, with similar interests. You guys
Yes.
both do fitness.
Oh, man, that scab's killing me. It's itching so bad. Anyway, moving on. I just thought I would read that to you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
These guys.
You're welcome.
And that's my life, people.
You're welcome.
DM slides on the reg. Something that our fathers did not have to deal with, or our mothers.
No, and we talked about that. When did we talk about that? It was a while back. But, yeah, you didn't have to deal with that pressure.
No, you had a guy in the office that's hit on your wife. She tells you about it. She comes home, she's like, Danny from accounting, every time he comes up, he has to say how beautiful I am and how he'd love to have a drink with me, and it just wouldn't mean anything. Or something like that. Nowadays, guys can just relentlessly, well, you can block them, but you know what I mean.
But I do if it gets too crazy. But the funny thing is that flirting is so much more hardcore these days because people, you can say something over a DM slide that you would never say to somebody in person.
Face to face, no way.
You think some guy's going to come up to me and be like, hey, nice ass. To my face?
Well, there have been several, so yeah.
To my face?
Some have. Haven't you had a few in the gym, I thought, that have come up and
Well,
said,
yeah, but I mean, but some of the other things. I mean, like, just even with sending pictures. Like, if you...
Oh, yeah.
If you get a dick pic, nobody's going to come up and just pull their pants down in front of you.
Well, it's happened a few times for me, and it was just so uncomfortable.
You're lying. But you know what I'm saying. Like, you'll slide in somebody's DM and say stuff that you would never say in person.
I do. I know. It's really weird.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. They never respond either. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. They what?
When I do that, when I slide in somebody's DM and say creepy stuff, they never respond.
No, I don't usually respond when you do that.
Yeah.
You slide in somebody else's DM?
You know, just for fun. Just for shits and giggles. No, never. I don't. If I were single, I would really be like, how do I do this?
I know.
How do I do this? I'm not even, my mindset is not even there to just like randomly hook up with a chick. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't randomly hook up with a chick.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if I'm the one leading the race, then I'm gonna try to be like a gentleman.
I think that the DM slides work sometimes.
Hell yeah, the DM slides work a lot.
Yeah.
People do it all the time, and I'm sure if they're clever or they're slick or they're attractive and clever or slick, then people are going to respond, especially if there's any commonality to them, like about the area or friends that they follow together, you know, or they're both, you know, single people. Yeah, heck yeah. If you're single and hitting up another single person,
if you do it right,
then you're definitely going to get people talking to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you got to do it right, though. You can't slide in all full force. You know what I mean?
Yes. God, do not want to have to ever do that.
Ever do what?
Like, go after women. Like, I don't want to ever have to try to date, is what I'm saying.
Well, I don't foresee you ever having to try to date, but
I know.
I could be your wingman. I know you pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think that'd work out real well once we got in
So you're saying, like, if we were at a bar and you and I were divorced, like, we were still friends or whatever, and you were like, I know your type, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, don't you think she's attractive? You're like, yeah, but I don't really know how to go approach her. And I just go up and slide, and I'd be like, hey, that guy over there, I'm his ex-wife, but, I mean, he's really a good guy. You don't think that would work?
That approach would definitely not work.
I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
She'd be scared to death, because you're already intimidating
like, wait, what?
enough.
I'm intimidating?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I am.
I don't want my hot freaking, I don't want anybody... Yeah, no, I don't want girls thinking, oh, that's your ex-wife, the fitness trainer hot.
Could you imagine?
Beautiful,
no,
got the
stop
big
it.
booty.
Okay,
I don't have
stop
a booty. I don't have a booty, so I'm not going to let him talk to me.
Stop it.
He'll be so disappointed. And I would be, probably.
I'm just saying, I think it would be so ironic if it was like, yeah, I used to be married to him. He's a really good guy. I definitely think that you should give him a chance. Look how cute he is.
And he's like,
oh my gosh.
Be like, don't oversell it, Ange. Don't oversell it.
That would be funny if I did hook you up with somebody, if you left me one day. You might get sick of me. It's been 29 years.
Exactly. If I haven't got sick of you yet.
Oh, there's time.
There's not time.
There's time. You know, you could probably hear you crunching ice on this thing. It's called a microphone. because when you crunch ice, it's way louder than you think.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to eat any more ice during
No,
the podcast.
I don't have any
We're
ice. I would
talking
show
about
you were eating.
me dating girls in bars and you being my wingman and telling them you're divorced from me. Which, one, I don't want to talk about. And two, I don't want to go to a bar looking for women.
Why?
Because.
Why? I think that's stupid. I've heard that a lot of times. Like,
No.
Don't go looking for a woman in a bar.
You're not hearing me.
Well, I heard exactly.
I don't want to go anywhere looking for a woman. It's not about. If I were out looking for women, sure, I go to a bar and look for
I
women.
don't mean now. I meant if like something unforeseen happened to us.
That's my point. I don't want to go looking for women.
Jeff, you don't understand what I'm saying. If
You and your freaking role play
what?
every
I'm just
time
talking
we have a
about
podcast.
Scenarios.
Scenarios.
What?
You want to role play that we're divorced?
No, oh my gosh. Can we? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
And how far exactly can we go with this role play? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you and your jokes.
Gosh.
Look who's joking tonight.
Everybody takes me so seriously.
They do.
Ugh,
You're a very serious personality.
I am.
But yeah, I wouldn't really need you to be my wingman. I'm good. If we're really getting down to it, I would be fine.
Oh, okay, Mr. Confident.
I would be fine.
Oh, okay. How would you play it?
I would just go in and start drinking a beer and wait for them to come to me.
Oh my gosh, really?
And at the end of the night, I would line them up and I'd be like,
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those 6, you can go.
Oh,
go for the
wow.
night. And
They didn't get a rose.
Those 3, you know what? You guys hang out right there, you 3. You other 12, you go.
Oh, wow.
And so now I'm down to 3. This is so complicated. And then I'm like, wait. Out of you 12, I didn't see you. You come back.
You turned around and I noticed something I didn't notice before. So
That's
you're
right.
going to
So
come
we're
back.
down to 4 now. Your face was not that great, but then you turned around. So come back.
Now, you
and
4,
we're gonna-
I need you to put on yoga pants.
Everybody I brought them.
That's the next.
Homie, get me some yoga pants.
That's the next. That's the next category in this. Mark them down. It's putting on yoga pants.
Putting on some yoga pants.
Now everybody squat.
Everybody squat.
Your form was
look
wrong.
At your form. Get out.
God.
Go. Your form is
Right.
terrible.
You.
I would never hang out at the gym with you. You're out.
Right. You don't do enough abductions, so you need to go. So now you're down to 2.
And we're going to stop with auditions here because I'm going to take it to a whole nother level if we keep going.
And Jeff would probably say, I'm all about ties, so I'll take you both.
You beat me to it.
See, I know you so well. You can't go without me anywhere. You can't.
Yeah, so see, we got to stick this out because I would never make it out there.
You wouldn't ever make it
I would
out
not
there.
make it out there. That's none
And
of that's,
like you
none of
said-
that's going to happen.
Like you said last night in the kitchen, there's not many women that can handle your sense of humor.
No, that's
'Cause
what
he's
they.
got a crude sense of humor, if you already know. And he holds back a little bit on the podcast. I'm talking about 100% Jeff has like... He's honestly, I think that he's probably the biggest adult pervert I know.
Why would you call
I
me
say that. I say that with love.
Pervert is strong
Well,
because
pervert.
that's kind of gross and creepy.
I guess you're right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think
okay,
I'm
I take that back.
Really, that creepy?
No, it's not pervert. It's that you're right. That's not the right
I
word.
like that word.
Okay, that's not right. What is the word though?
I've got a
Inappropriate.
I've got
it's not dark.
Well, I do
Dark
have a
sense-
dark sense of humor
No,
too. Oh, I
oh,
do.
you do.
Yeah, I do.
I don't like it
I
sometimes.
got a dark and I got a very inappropriate sense of humor.
He's very inappropriate.
I'm very inappropriate sometimes, and
Some
yeah.
women would be embarrassed by that, or
well,
be.
that's what somebody said at the office today. They were telling me about a podcast, and they're like, these 2 ladies, and they are extremely inappropriate the whole podcast. And they said you would probably like listen to it, but Angie would probably like she'd probably get it'd probably get old to her after a while because it's just so inappropriate. I was laughing. I was like,
What?
Angie,
They
is
don't know me
my
then.
wife. She lives with me. I don't tone it down at home.
What?
I tone it down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I tone it down here. You guys don't know the half of it. Like, she's the only person that could be with me because for all this time, when I say things that other people gasp at, she laughs at me and encourages me to be that way.
Yeah. You better tone it down at work, or you might get fired by HR. Oh, you are HR.
I'm HR now.
That is scary.
That's a joke. That's the joke, is Jeff's HR, but he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I tone it down.
You know
I'm
when
like
it's
Michael Scott. I'm like holding my breath.
you know when it's appropriate most of the time, and when it's not. There have been some times that I've kicked him under the table before when we've been out.
Yes.
There it is. You know what I'm saying?
There's some things that it's very hard to resist the comments that I want to make.
I know it is. But most of the time, you do a decent job.
Thank you. That's one of the nicest things you've ever said to me. Most of the time, you've done a decent job.
I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I
love you just the way you are.
I like the way I am.
I like the way you are.
Good. I like the way you are. I like the way you tolerate me.
I think that
and
we're
my
going to
sense
make
of
it.
humor. We made it through the divorce role play.
Yes.
I think we're going to survive.
I think we will. All right, we ready to wrap this up?
We are.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Bye.